Cursed. Cursed. We all go a little mad sometimes.
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula.
I saw the boogeyman. I saw him outside.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Tomb of Terrors with me, Old Man Brad. Whether you are new to the show or returning for another episode, thank you so much for giving me a listen. If you love the show, drop me a review on your favorite podcast app or become a patron, patreon.com/oldmanbrad. And make sure that you follow me on social media on Blue Sky and Instagram. Just look for Old Man Brad. And of course, make sure you're following on Letterboxd so you don't miss all the watches I do. Well, this episode, I'm back with another interview for you. I had the chance to talk to Brittney Greer about her new film, Happy Halloween, which just came out on VOD this week. And speaking of Halloween, we are almost halfway to Halloween. End of April, it's the April 30th, May 1st. Around that time marks halfway to Halloween. I'm trying to figure out something fun to do for the halfway to Halloween celebration. But the Halloween season is always so much fun. Over here on the show, the whole month of October, the past 3 years, I've been doing special Tales from Tubi theme for the month. Last year we did anthology films. This year, this will be the first time anyone hears it. This year, my theme is going to be cannibals. So I will be doing 4 cannibal films with guests through October. So make sure you keep it right here. Watch for that coming up in the Halloween season. All right, before we dive into Happy Halloween, if you are in the Cincinnati area, come out to Frightful Fridays on the 3rd Friday of the month. So thankful to be partnered with the Esquire Theater to host a horror screening. The day this episode drops, we are going to be screening Lucio Fulci's Zombie as part of an Undead series that I will be doing at the Esquire. We will have another zombie film in May and in June. Keep it right here to find out what those are. I will be announcing them very, very soon. But come out to the Esquire Theater, 3rd Friday of each month at 10 p.m. Well, let's watch a movie together. All right, let's dive into Happy Halloween.
Howl and Harry here, talking about our town's big Halloween birthday bash.
It's our town's 300th B-Day, so of course it's gonna be like a big to-do.
The week of Halloween here is like a free-for-all.
Lila?
Apparently the entire town has seen these pictures.
I don't want you to worry.
A boy was murdered. He was found in a costume with Happy Halloween carved in his chest.
Trick or treat! Oh my God!
Will you go to the Halloween dance with me?
It appears someone's making their own Halloween displays.
The mayor's just enacted a curfew that's effective immediately.
You could do that to somebody.
A small Midwestern town is celebrating its 300th birthday with festivities including a Halloween dance and corn maze. A series of slayings has started with the masked perpetrator making grisly decorations out of their victims' body parts. This is written and directed by Brittney Greer. This stars Emma Reinagle, Ellen O'Neill, Cameron Maby, Jack Cathcart, and many others. As I said before, this just came out on VOD. You can rent it, you can purchase it. Came out from Uncork'd Entertainment. And I'm going to tell you up front that this is a very indie, it's a low-budget indie film, but it gives you the perfect Halloween vibe. If you're looking for a good Halloween vibe, go rent it. I have a full-on Halloween vibe double feature for you at the end, because I always give those at the end after talking about the film. But it got me in the mood. Wanting Halloween. I need Halloween. I need my pumpkin spice. I need all that stuff. But before all that comes, why don't we move into my interview with Brittney, and I will talk to you on the other side. We are almost halfway to Halloween, and the new movie Happy Halloween will get you just in that mood. And here to talk about it, I want to welcome in writer-director Brittney Greer. How are you doing today?
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me.
So what inspired the idea and everything for Happy Halloween?
Well, I've always been a horror movie fan. like even about 5. It's we were talking, you have a Killer Clowns poster back there. I saw that when I was very young, like 5.5, 6 maybe. And there's just the images and the colors always stuck with me. So we were always watching horror films. And then when I was 10, I watched Scream for the first time. Probably shouldn't have. That's something I've always been interested in, is horror films just in general, just growing up. And I love Halloween. I love pumpkins. I love bright colors. I love the costumes. And so it was just one of those things that I was like, there should be more Halloween themed movies, because you have your Halloweens, you have your trick or treats, like, you have all of that stuff. But I was like, I don't know why, because horror is so big. Why do we not have just a billion Halloween themed movies? And so when I started writing it, a long time ago, it's very much like Halloween meets Scream. Like it's kind of got those vibes. I didn't know why we didn't have more Halloween slasher movies. I mean, we've got some of the greatest of all time, but like in the Halloween franchise, it was just like, there should be more.
As you were kind of setting it up, setting up your Halloween vibe in your movie, how did you kind of go up about, like, what were some of your ideas to kind of set the vibe as you were filming?
A lot of color. That's something that me and David Watson, who is our DP, he edited, did the color correcting, all of that stuff. He's fantastic. That's something we talked about. So we did a lot of pre-production. There for a really long time. We met every Tuesday, and I had shot listed everything. And so he and I sat down, and I had a lookbook. And so that's something that he and I talked about, is something we really wanted to make sure, because a lot of indie movies, not just horror films, but a lot of indie movies, you kind of battle up against not having a lot of funding, which is, we practically had no money. So it's like, what do we do? What can we utilize around us? And something I had told him that always resonated with me growing up is pumpkins and lots of color. So David was like, got it. So as we tried to put as much color as possible, and then there's a house where I live, it's called the Pumpkin House, and they do pumpkins and skeletons every Halloween, and they go big, and people come from all over to see it. And so it's like, let's utilize what's around us. The Aurora corn maze, we shot at a real working haunted corn maze. So we tried to utilize what we had available to us and try to make sure we have pumpkins and color like as much as possible, to try to set the vibe that this is definitely going to be like if not a Halloween movie, it's definitely Halloween related.
And I was going to ask, what was the pumpkin budget for the movie? But if there was a house that you knew of that already did this, when you approached them, did they were like, heck yeah, we can absolutely be part of this?
Yeah, they're fantastic. We shot a proof of concept a while ago, and we shot a few scenes there, and we kind of had talked to them like back then, hey, like if we get to do this, like, is this something you'd be willing to come out? And they love Halloween. They love decorating. They love it when people come and take pictures. I mean, people take selfies outside of the house and take videos, and they really enjoy it because they too are huge Halloween fans. And so, yeah, they were super nice about it. They were just like, yeah, we had to come out another day. We were like, we kind of want to do a day shot. And he's like, yeah, sure. Come on out. Like, we do get asked that a lot, like what our pumpkin budget was.
There are a lot of pumpkins.
There is. I personally just own a bunch of pumpkins.
Okay.
Like, you can't see. I'm looking at about 25 right now. And there's a bunch behind me, and then a bunch that I have like stored in a closet.
Okay.
But yeah, so I personally just happen to have a lot of pumpkins. And it was something that we wanted to do this project for a really long time. I was collecting for years before. Like, I would see a mask, like, oh, maybe an extra could wear this. Or I'd see like a different looking pumpkin, or I'd see lights that we could put up somewhere to pop some color. So I've been collecting and making props for the project for a while now, but we got very lucky that the pumpkin house is just awesome.
Did you shoot it during kind of the fall season during that time?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we started filming in September, and because most of us all have like 9-to-5 jobs, and it makes filmmaking a little bit harder when you have to kind of separate things out. But yeah, we did September, October, and we did the first part of November. We got lucky that it just felt like fall, and Missouri is very beautiful in the fall time. Like, our trees get very orange and red and yellow, and it just really pops, and it's just I don't know. It's just a vibe around Missouri, and like honestly, people should come to Missouri and just like hang out in October and November. It's very, very beautiful.
Same here in Ohio. It gets that the trees start to turn, and you just get that feel, and you're just like, oh, it's time.
Yeah, it's like you can smell it in the air. You're like, oh, leaves are starting to die. It's like I can smell it. Here we go. Like get them pumpkins out.
Shooting that time of the year, you said that there was a corn maze that you did. Did you have to kind of work around when they were open to be like, okay, what are some times that we can kind of sneak in there, do a couple shots, and then
we worked with their schedule, and I mean, which like a lot of corn mazes and like haunt houses and stuff like that, like what's really nice is they put their schedule up like when they have events, when they don't have events, and then when they're just open. So that's what we did. I worked with the guy at a time, and his wife was related to somebody that owned it and worked it. They were super nice people. It's the Aurora Corn Maze, and they let us come out and kind of do a tour and let us see. And we literally just said, okay, these are the days we're thinking. Like we've picked days that you're closed. And then we would just come as soon as the sun started setting, and then we'd film all night into the morning. They were so nice, such lovely people, and they do such a good job at their corn maze. In all honesty, it's really fantastic. But yeah, they had like the clown tent, like there's the tunnel with the big clown head on the top. Like that's just out there. Like somebody was like, where'd you find that? And I'm like, it's not mine. Definitely not mine. I could not have like hauled that in my car. But yeah, they're super great. So yeah, it's just another thing with scheduling with indie films is like you just have to work around because you can't shut them down. You know, you can't come out and be like, hey, one, we don't have the money to do that. And then two, it's like that's not beneficial for them because we're not a big Hollywood production. You just work around it, and then, you know, you have to kind of change the script sometimes because you change schedules and stuff happens. And so you start moving all these pieces, and sometimes you got to change script on the fly. But yeah, just working around them.
Now with that, obviously besides money, and what were some of your kind of big obstacles kind of creating the movie?
It's hard to get a school.
Okay.
Like that's not easy. If you watch in Scream, if you watch through the credits, they say like no thanks to, and they list a school because it happened to them too. They lost a school like right before filming because some people are like, ooh, we don't want violence associated, which I get it. I understand. Yeah. So we had a lot of really good locations, and then we had some stuff in the script that we had to kind of rewrite because we just couldn't get access to a school. I mean, scheduling so many people because again, practically no money. So you set your schedule to as many people as possible. And we had one of our actresses who's phenomenal. Her name's Aline. She got something in Will Trent, which we knew could be a potential thing. And that's something that me and David and Aline we set some plans in place. She came, we filmed like 2 days with her, and then she had to go back and film for the Will Trent TV show, which was awesome. We were so excited for her. So again, you have stuff like that come up, and then so you just have to rework the schedule. And so you just like, you get in touch with other actors, and you have to like, hey, can we move your stuff to the front? And then we'll move this stuff to the back. So I would say that and extras. There's some days we had a ton of extras, and then some days it's like, I don't know. Well, it's cold. So like, they're like, I don't want to come out. You know, we had some like Bella, she came almost every single day. I had people from work come, which is awesome. Like that were just like, we're like, put a backpack on, walk around in the background. Like no one's going to notice that you're not a high school student. Like it's totally fine. If you took money out of it, I think getting locations and just working around schedules is pretty difficult. The rest of it's fun.
Can you speak to kind of the cast? How did you go about kind of casting your cast of kids in the film?
Yeah. So, like I was saying earlier, we did a proof of concept. So we have like Aline has always been our Peyton. Mickey's always been our sheriff. And then Chris, he plays our teacher. He was originally our Daisy in our proof of concept, and we love Chris, so we moved him over. So we had some people from our proof of concept, and then we started doing some like casting calls and having people do self tapes, things like that. We had some people in and out of the Hadley role, and it just wasn't fitting with the people we had already casted. And Aline was like, "Hey, I think you guys should reach out to Emma and see if she'll do a self-tape. And so originally in the beginning of the movie, the guy that was there, we were going to switch to a girl. So we had Emma read for the opening of the movie, and she killed it. Like,
not literally.
Like I get, yeah, not literally. She actually kill anybody. But I get very excited. Like, I'm a very excitable person.
Okay.
And I was like, I think she's Hadley. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, she can't do this part. She has to be Hadley. Like, this is it, right? And so I get a hold of David and Aline, and because they were very much a part of the casting process. It was kind of all three of us together. And they were like, calm down, but we think you're right. She's amazing. And so anyway, so she actually did a self-tape for Hadley, and we were like, this is it. We've got her. So we've got Emma because of Aline. And then there's a lot of people in the cast that are friends of ours, that are actors that we've worked with on other projects. Because that's something too. Like, if you're going to do a film, you want to be with people that you enjoy, that are going to work well with you on set. And again, independent filmmaking is a very hard thing to do. There's a lot of moving pieces. A lot of stuff goes into it. Long nights into long mornings. You definitely want to make sure that you're going to mesh well with everybody. And so a lot of people, almost every one of them, still did a self-tape. Like, we still had them do self-tapes to see which kind of parts we want to fit them in. But a lot of the casting was like me, Aline, and David. Like, we kind of came together. Just because, again, Aline had been with us from the proof of concept, and she kind of came from it from like an acting point of view, where me and David were coming from it from like just like a filmmaking point of view.
I know you said you kind of had to work around schedules and various things. About how long shooting wise was the shoot for the film? We
did 2.5 months, but I think we ended up doing, it was between 26 and 28 days. And then we had maybe 2 or 3 pickup days that was just like me and David, and like one of our friends like came out, like just like little shots. Like, I wanted more blood, but again, it's like I had to do the makeup and the blood as well. Again, you have people that can come for a short period of time and help, and then they leave, and so it's like it's just you. And so everybody wears multiple hats on set, and so I wanted more blood. So there's a couple times where David's like, well, we can shoot this, like, and put some more blood in there. And so like that whole thing where like you see the heart comes up, that was all way later. It was freezing. I was laying on the ground, like covered in blood. And then it's just Seth, our guy, that he's in the movie, but he came and helped do some of those pickup shots. So between 26 and 28 days for like principal.
All right. Once you got it together and it's getting ready to come out on April 14th, how are you kind of feeling about it's gonna release to the world for people? A little nervous or a little excited?
Yeah.
Kind of both?
Yeah, all of it. Like, I get very emotional about it. I've sent quite a few messages to David, like, and I start crying. Like, I'm sure he just like turns the volume down and he's like, I'll listen to that later. But yeah, it's crazy because it's something, I mean, I've worked on film stuff for a good portion of my life, and I don't know, like getting distribution and having it stream it's a big deal. Like, it's a very big deal. And a lot of people just don't know really what goes into filmmaking. Like, it's not to sound cliche, but it really is blood, sweat, and tears. It's 14-hour days and 12-hour days, and it's raining and there's wind, and it's like you're outside, you're inside, like you're moving all this stuff, and you wear all these hats, and you're trying to get all of these pieces together to make one cohesive thing. And so to see it kind of finally come out, and like all the stuff that we've battled through to get it to where it's at now, it feels so good. And like, I'm so happy for like not for me, like I'm happy for like our actors and like the crew, and just so they can see their hard work. Like, it's like it was for a reason, like, and now people are going to see it. And then you think like, it's just scary because it's so exciting that we have that. And it is very scary because it's like, a lot of people don't care that you don't have a lot of money, and some people are mean. Like, that's nerve-wracking, but like, I don't know. I'm so proud of it, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for our cast and our crew to be able to say like, oh yeah, you can stream our movie. Like, you can go to Amazon. Like, our movie's on Amazon. Like, I don't know. That's a really cool. I don't know. It's a really cool thing.
Are there any ideas to continue in the Happy Halloween world?
Yeah, we have a sequel written. We have 2 endings currently. I have a couple of our actresses and a couple of our crew members like helping. I'm like, if you guys don't help me decide an ending, I'm going to throw a dart on a board. I'm going to put A and B, and I'm just going to throw a dart, and whatever it lands on is what we're going to get. But yeah, if we have to have funding. Like, you know, the first one was very much a passion project, so it was like calling in every favor imaginable. So for a sequel, yeah, the sequel will be fun. We keep telling everybody the first one is kind of Halloween meets Scream. And then the second one is very much I Know What You Did Last Summer meets Friday the 13th. And yeah, it'll be a different vibe, but it'll be very fun. It'll be very fun. So hopefully we can get funding for it.
Brittney, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to chat with me about Happy Halloween and wish you all the best with the new movie.
Thank you.
Where can people kind of follow along to you to see, you know, about the movie or what you might have coming up after this?
Yeah, I mean, me and David are both on Instagram and Facebook, and then Happy Halloween also is on Facebook, just as Happy Halloween. And then the distribution, if you go to Uncork'd, that's who's doing our distribution, and they'll post stuff. So yeah, we've been trying to keep everybody updated on Facebook and Instagram. That's the easiest way. But yeah, and like I said, Uncork'd is who is distributing the film. So everybody go share it and like it and watch it, and maybe we can do another one.
But thank you so much for chatting with me, and hopefully you'll be back soon with talk about the sequel.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
I want to thank Brittney so much again for chatting with me, and I wish her all the best with this. I hope maybe we get to see a sequel to Happy Halloween 2. I'd love to see kind of where she takes this story with our survivors of the film. Kind of see what's next. As she said in the interview, kind of a I Know What You Did Last Summer kind of vibe. Whereas this one kind of hits that Halloween/Scream kind of vibe. As I said, overall, I enjoyed it. It's a low budget indie horror film. You're going to have some things that are rough around the edges. I mean, I say that about a lot of indie horror films. And there are many moments of that. It's the budget, it's the time, it's everything else that kind of goes with the film, but the passion that is behind the projects and everything that goes into them making this film, when it shows up on screen and I get that full entertainment, like this gives me the full Halloween vibes. It has some great creepy scenes with kills, like in the corn maze. There's one, you know, she mentioned the pumpkin house. There's one that happens at the pumpkin house. There's other scenes that kind of build up the tension of who is the killer, who is after these kids, why is this happening, what is going on. I had a good time with it. I just kind of sat back, enjoyed the seasonal aspect of this, going to the corn mazes, seeing all the pumpkins. There are a lot of pumpkins. That pumpkin house, I want to go see that pumpkin house. If you go see this movie and you see that house, it's one of those places like, you know what? I want to go out to Missouri and go find this pumpkin house and go see it in the fall, because I'm sure it looks cool. Go take a picture in front of it, all that fun stuff. I'm not going to spoil anything. I mean, you have this character Hadley. She is coming back to town. You can tell she's been away for a while. Something happened to her the year before. She was attacked, and she's coming back, and people are like, "Oh, you're back." Some people kind of have problems with her. Other people are reconnecting like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. And you have the group of friends like Scream, a high school group of friends, teen slasher, as this killer starts taking them out. And the killer, after he kills someone, kind of turns them into a holiday decoration themselves. And they get pictures, get videos, as they're trying to figure out, do we shut down this celebration? Do we continue on with what is happening? It is the Halloween season. Do we keep going? What do we do? And of course, in any situation, something bad happens like this, where they're like, you know what? It's fine. Let's just keep rolling with it. No one else is going to get hurt, are they? But we get a little twist at the end of who this person is when you figure it out. As I said, I enjoyed my journey through it. It set the tone for me, set the mood. I wanted to be in a Halloween mood. This sets that Halloween mood. You get to see all the fall type of things that you love during the Halloween season. and then you get a killer, a masked killer throughout. It had everything that I wanted in a seasonal fall Halloween slasher film. This one is one that I would recommend checking out. As I told you, it will get you in the mood for the season. Obviously, it's an indie horror film, so it is rough around the edges, but you know what? It's entertaining, it looks great, and I just had a great time with it. Well, before I ramble on anymore, how about I give you a double feature to go with Happy Halloween? And I already know the perfect one. I think I may have set this as a double feature with another movie I've done before in the past. I don't remember, but it is one that I talked about not last year before. I think it was 2023 this movie came out, and that is Haunt Season. Haunt Season is a slasher that takes place in a haunted house. So around that same type of Halloween feeling, that fall feel, you're in a haunted house, which already gives you that vibe. It also has like the colors, the bright colors, the jack-o'-lanterns, the ghosts, there's ghouls, there's makeup effects, there's all kinds of stuff that gets you in that mood. Why not just make a double feature of it? Go with Happy Halloween and Haunt Season. That's my double feature for this episode. Well, that will do it for this episode of Tomb of Terrors. I want to thank everybody who listened to the show. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to the show so you don't miss any episode, whether it is these interview episodes like this, short reviews that I do, Tales from Tubi, I have a new one of those coming soon, or verses that I do with my wife, as well as you don't want to miss the Year of Nashi, where each month I'm going through a Paul Nashi film with a guest. So on this show, we will have 12 episodes in total, and I'm doing bonus Nashi films over on Patreon and on my YouTube channel, so go check those out. I'm going to have, I think, close to 20 Paul Nashi films when it's all said and done at the end of the year. But I'm having a blast with it. Anyway, I will be back soon with a brand new episode. Just snuggle up in that blanket, turn off the lights, because it's okay to be scared. We'll talk to you later, everybody.